So by now, many of you would have already seen the horrific scenes that took place on Sydney Harbour Bridge on Sunday. The numbers keep changing. I'm seeing reports now of people saying that like 300,000 people on the bridge marched on Sunday. Then there was 100,000. Then there was 90,000. Kind of seems a little bit like the Gaza Health Ministry with the bullcrap numbers they're protruding to state like the death toll in Gaza at the moment, kind of similar to that. So how can we trust anything like that? It's always amazing to see people go, there was 350,000 people on the Sydney Harbour Bridge. Our numbers are growing. Israel has lost. And I'm just going, you're just showing us all how many people are willing to support a terrorist regime. That's what you're doing. It's a complete and utter mask-off moment. And you're really just showing that you're a useful idiot of the regime as well. So good on you guys for that. Now, what was interesting to me about as an Australian watching this all unfold is that if this had been like an anti-lockdown or anti-vax protest or even just Australian sort of, protest, you would have been moved on straight away. Imagine if Israel had done their own protest. It would not have been allowed to go ahead. There's a two-tier justice or two-tier system going on in Australia, very much like the UK. I guarantee you, people that were on that bridge, a vast majority of them are terrorist sympathizers or actually terrorists themselves. How do you explain the Iranian supreme leader, the known terrorist leader, how do you explain his photo at the very front near Julian Assange and Bob Carr, for goodness sake? How do you explain that? And also, not a single Australian flag, and the Australian flag that was flown was puny, tiny, crazy. By the way, an Australian flag was burnt in Melbourne. That's crazy to me too. That person wasn't arrested. Now, you had someone, I think it was one of the main spokespeople for the Palestinian sort of movement, the pro-Hamas movement as well, responding to the burning of the Australian flag, saying it's just a piece of silk. I'm not going to condemn it. Just a piece of silk, man. All right, well, how about this? I guarantee you that dingbat would have condemned the burning of a Palestinian flag, an Aboriginal flag, an LGBT flag, but not the Australian flag. Can't condemn the burning of that. Yeah, right. Okay. Now, if you want to go and fly the Palestinian flag, the Aboriginal flag, or the gay flag, whatever else, if you want to fly a flag that's not Australian in this country, you've got to ask yourself, why are you even here? What is your purpose behind flying those flags? It's not Australian. Let me ask you that question. The level of hypocrisy and the level of double standard, Belinda Rugg, or Rigg, whatever the hell her name is, the judge, her allowing this to go ahead, knowing full well that there would have been terrorism flags, she allowed that to happen. It was a complete and utter disgrace. The whole world is watching. So yes, it accomplished a lot. Didn't accomplish anything for Gaza, but accomplished a lot for the rest of the world, the West. Watching on and seeing Australia fallen. It's disgraceful, is what it is. There was one man on the bridge, Chris Goveries, not sure his real name, but on X, I follow him over there. You can go and check him out. But he had a video that was quite interesting to see that these people are nuts. They don't want anyone with a difference of opinion. They don't really want to stop the war. They want Palestinian statehood. They want Gaza to basically take over Israel. They want Israel gone. These people are not about ending the war. It's clear as day, especially when this guy says, I'm all about ending the war. Have a watch of this nonsense.
What it is that we're talking about?
He's a fascist! Let him record you! He's a
It was such a nice protest we had.
Wow!
And not a single, no one's...
No, it's been lovely. Everything's been going good on you.
Aussie flag at the Stop the War protest.
We've got to do something. There's a death rate of 100 to 1. October the 7th was unbelievably appalling and atrocious. We've since had, for every one person that died that day, we've now had 100 people die.
Fucking fascist! You're a fascist! Get the fuck off the street, you fucking
I'm actually here to stop the war, right? Stop the war. Stop the war, right?
Are you pro-Palestine?
Stop the war, right?
Are you pro-Palestine?
Stop the war,
Are you
right?
pro-Palestine?
Can we agree? Stop the
not.
war.
Okay.
Stop the war.
Know where you're coming from, mate.
Stop the war, right?
Stop the occupation, right?
Stop the war, right?
Right?
We can't just agree on stopping the war.
No.
Stop the
There
war,
is no
right?
war. One side's got a lot of power and the other, and they are the other.
Thank you.
What's yours? What's yours?
Sorry. You tell me.
No, I'm just saying. I don't need you involved in the
I'm not. They approached me.
It's pretty obvious. Alright? Cool. Come back here.
Whatever you want. Can we go that way? Okay, yeah, sure.
Come in the crowd, mate.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, the man that has an Australian flag wants to stop the war that's going on completely. Yeah, he's apparently a fascist, and you with your headscarf covering your face, yelling, he's an effing fascist. Don't let him record you. Yeah, that's really signals that he's the fascist here. I don't think you understand what you're doing, woman. Like, you're actually the real fascist in this equation, not him. But hey, these dingbats, man, they're woke as. They got no brains. They're always offended. They got no logic whatsoever. They just yell and scream and jump up and down. Nothing. And that parliamentarian, part of the Libertarian Party in New South Wales, what a joke. Loads of people have resigned and loads of people have walked away from the party because of what he did on Sunday. He seemed to think that siding with a terrorism organization, and by the way, Avi Yemeni is going to be debating him tonight. I think it is at 7 p.m. So maybe there's content for me tomorrow. Who knows? But I guess I'll be waiting to see Avi Yemeni rip him a new one, because I don't think Avi is going to take it easy on him, especially because, well, this protest, the March for Humanity, was actually really a march against humanity. It was a march against Israel. It was a march against actually getting peace. It signified to all Australia, you've lost. We've taken over. This is our bridge. And we all let it happen. And that guy, you saw him. You saw him like the old man. Get off the bridge. Get off our bridge. Stop the war, right? No. Stop the occupation. Are you pro-Palestine, mate? There's not a Palestinian state. Not yet, that is. But are you pro-Palestine? Oh, stop the genocide going on. What genocide? By the way, President Trump had this to say about the supposed genocide going on. Have a watch.
They see evidence of a genocide in Gaza?
I don't think it's that. Look, they're in a war. Some horrible things happened on October 7th, as you know. It was a horrible, horrible thing. One of the worst I've ever seen. I've seen a lot of bad things in some president in terms of wars and potential wars. I mean, if you look at the one that we just stopped, there are thousands of people being dead already at the border between Thailand and Cambodia. Thousands of people. And I mean, I've seen some bad things, but that October 7th.
I don't think it's a genocide. They're in a war. You need to understand October 7th was one of the worst things I've ever seen. President Trump. So all these dingbats saying, oh, it's a genocide going on, et cetera, like we need to stop it. We're going to have this massive movement, this massive protest on the bridge. You're not achieving nothing. The only thing you're really achieving is showing the rest of the world that you're really sympathizers. That's what you're showing everyone, which to me is truly tragic, especially for Australia, country that I was born in and I happen to love. Sad. It really is. I want the war as much as everyone to end, but Hamas is not going to release the hostages. Hamas still wants to be in power. That should tell you everything you need to know. This is not about stopping the war in Gaza. This is about trying to destroy Israel because they think Israel is the enemy. They're not. Running cover for Hamas. All those people on the bridge, useful idiots. Pro-terrorism. Clear. Anyway, that's enough from me, but you guys take care, be blessed, and I'll see you all in the next video.